What's going on, everybody, and welcome to GNR Central. And today I want to talk about the things you may or may not have missed in the Garden of Eden music video. So one thing you may or may not have known or missed is that Guns N' Roses never intended to shoot a video for Garden of Eden. In fact, the music video wasn't even the band's idea. It was director Andy Morahan's idea. So he had directed the trilogy of videos, including Don't Cry, November Rain, and Estranged. He also did Yesterdays. And he thought Garden of Eden was a song that really represented the band and their attitude. And he's the one who threw the idea out to Guns N' Roses and basically told them, hey, give me one or two shoots and let's see what happens. And here's the interview where he talks about it.
One of the best things I ever did was a one-shot video called Garden of Eden, which wasn't slated to be made at all, actually. I said to them, look, I've listened to the album. I said, there's one track on the Use Your Illusion album. To me, it's like what you're all about. It's Garden of Eden. And I said to Axel, I said, can you just let me shoot this? He goes, oh, yeah, I know it's a great idea, but I don't know. I don't have time. And I said, look, just let me set it up. Fisheye lens, put you all in there. Just let me do one rehearsal take and see if you like it. And they let me do it. Had a look at the playback monitor and just said, this is fucking great. We did like 7 takes.
Now, the video was filmed at 30 frames per second. You can see on the little clipboard at the beginning. And then it was filmed on August 18th, 1992 during Guns N' Roses' tour with Metallica. Now, Guns N' Roses most likely filmed this video in Seattle, Washington, which was Duff's hometown, because on August 18th, that's where they played Seattle, Washington. It was also the same city where Duff's family tried to stage an intervention to deal with this, growing alcohol and drug abuse problem. But if you've read his book, he wasn't having any of it, and he basically ran right through his brother and headed back to the band's hotel. The other thing you may have not noticed is that the band is pretty drunk in this video shoot, with maybe the exception of Axl. You can see in the first shot that Matt Sorum's not even there, and he comes running in towards the end and jumps over his drum kit, and then Slash can be seen out of frame, or at least only half of his body's in the actual shot, and then you see a stagehand basically move him into place. Here's Matt Sorum talking about the video shoot and how drunk they were.
If you watch the video, it's one shot with a fisheye lens, and we were wasted. And I was late for the beginning of the shot, so I came from behind the camera, and I jumped into the scene. And then the crew threw all this garbage at us, and we had these huge fans. And it ended up being one of the best videos we ever did, and I think we probably made it in 2 takes,
So there's a couple of versions of this video you may have seen, and there's a couple floating around the internet. So I would count 3 versions, or maybe people would say 2. There's one where you've seen on the Guns N' Roses Vivo channel. It's just a straight music video. There's another one that has the lyrics scrolling really fast across the screen with a bouncing ball. And then there's another version I've seen where there's basically trash being blown all around the set as well. Now that one I have only seen a handful of times. The bouncing ball one I think I've seen on the episode of Beavis and Butthead that they have on YouTube. So that's another thing you guys may have not noticed, is that this song was featured on an episode of Beavis and Butthead, and I think they used the bouncing ball version of the song. The other thing you may not have noticed is that on Slash's black Les Paul guitar, he's got a little sticker on it, or a little logo, and that's the logo for Black Death Vodka, which he was endorsing back in the early 90s. It was a subject of much controversy because at one point the U.S. government tried to ban its sale, and Slash was apparently paid almost $1 million to endorse the vodka. But by 1996, the company had basically disappeared, according to Slash, and he was no longer representing them. The other thing you may have not noticed is that at the beginning of the video and throughout the entire video, Dizzy Reed is on the left and Teddy Zigzag Andreatis is on the right, and they're basically just background dancers for the entire shoot. Now, this video was shot the same day that they shot the Yesterday's video. You guys heard that Matt Sorum interview earlier. They shot the Yesterday's video, and then they were sitting around. They said, let's shoot the Garden of Eden video. So they put out 2 videos in one day. So the t-shirt that Axl's seen wearing basically says, Brooklyn, where the weak are killed and eaten. And you guys may not know this, but Axl actually wore this shirt on the Not in This Lifetime tour for at least one show. Here's a picture of him wearing this shirt. This happened early in 2016 on their, their initial U.S. tour dates they did. So the only thing that Axl changed was he changed the city name or the location name. When they played Detroit in 2016, that was one of their first tour dates they did. He changed the location name from Brooklyn to Detroit, and the sleeves are a bit longer on the shirt. As you can see on the Garden of Eden video, the sleeves are considerably shorter. And then towards the end of the video, you can see the front of Matt Storm's kick drum, and you can see the Guns N' Roses logo you may have seen in the past. It was an old school logo with what I would call pretty tied up. It's the lady that's basically tied up. So that does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe if you love GNR as much as I do. And go check us out at gnrcentral.com for the latest Guns N' Roses news. Take care.
Hey, this is Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses, and you're watching GNR Central. Yeah! Hey, this is Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses, and you're watching GNR Central. Yeah!